Any advice that I would give to somebody just starting out in their own business is you just have to be ready to hustle. A lot of people start their own company and they think this is going to fix all of my problems. I'm going to have all of the free time in the world. I'm going to have all of the money in the world, but that's really not how it works. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to start from the ground up, be ready to hustle, put in the hours, that way you can get to that point. And then you just have to be ready to go with the flow of changes, and some days you'll have good days, some days you'll have bad days, but always look for the next thing to work on. And anybody has the ability to be an entrepreneur, but it's the people that have grit, hustle, and they just kind of are really go with the flow that makes them the most successful in the long run.
The first thing that I would do is talk to somebody who's done it before. I think about things in the most simple terms. If I wanted to learn how to bake a batch of cookies and I've never baked a batch of cookies before, what would be the first thing that I would do? I would go talk to a baker who's doing really, really well and taking their advice. I would ask them about recipes. I would ask them about costs. I would ask them about some of the difficult things that they have to face, some of the challenges. I would ask them about some of the rewards and why they're doing it. And then I would just ask them very generally, hey, what things do you think that I need to know? What things do you think that I need to prepare for in order to be as successful as you are? I think it would be a lot more challenging if I just tried to come up with these things on my own. I'm surely gonna make a whole lot more mistakes, and it would probably be a situation where I wouldn't get as good of an outcome as quickly than if I were to speak to someone that's already done it. So the very first thing I'd say is network with somebody who's an expert at it.
For everybody actually starting their business, my biggest advice is, someone that have a great hard work. You don't giving up when things get hard. Everything is hard in this world. Like parent is hard, any kind of job is hard. But as long as you really put your head down and focus on what you believe in, you'll be okay. I grew up in a family that just believe on work 40 hours, 40 years, and just get retired when I really later, But I'm so glad that any business is teaching me that hey, if you want something, you can get it done, even though in a really young age, as long as you work really hard for it. You don't have to be the most talented person. As long as you really hustle and then learning from the best, you'll probably be really successful. So I'm really glad that I learned how to networking and learning from other people that are better than me, and it actually helped me to be faster on my successful journey.
When I first opened up my business, I made a lot of mistakes. One of them was, mostly confidency. I never run the business before, so I never thought that I could do one. So I was like, oh my God, I don't really trust myself to do so. The first one would be just believe in yourself. Trust what you can do and trust the potential that you have in order to be able to run a business. Believing in yourself as well, and be passionate for whatever you're doing. I didn't really trust myself until my mentors were like, hey Katya, you can actually really do this. And I was like, oh my goodness, okay. And I started trusting myself, and I saw the results that I had and passion for helping people and developing people and putting other people in the same position as I am. So my advice, trust in yourself, believe in yourself, and have passion of what you're doing, what you're talking about, what you're selling, whatever your product is.
So definitely accepting failure. When you're starting something new, you're starting from scratch. You're not expected to know something right off the bat. Accept failures, learn from it, get up again, go at it again, you're gonna get it.
The advice I would give to someone who is opening up their own business for the first time is really put in the work. You're gonna have to put in a lot of hours because you're no longer an employee, you're now a business owner. Just work really hard, save all of your money that you can, make sure that you are being appreciative, and just take advantage of your opportunity because you only get one shot.
Oh man, a new business owner, the best thing to do is to have a network of people that have done this before you, have made mistakes, overcome those mistakes, and are now successful in their position. And just have a list of people, at least 3 individuals that are in the position that you want to be in, and ask them questions. Maybe it's a question a day, maybe you reach out to them 3 times a week, but make sure you actively reach out and take your resources and apply them.